Breaking news with Based and Bougie. So, guys, this Birmingham bin problem has gotten so bad that they're now saying that the cats are scared of the rats. I don't know why I find that so funny, but they are saying that the cats are now scared of the rats. So, how big have these rats gotten? How big has the dirt gotten? That those rats are becoming now the same size of the cats to the point where the cats are terrified. But before I begin, guys, if you guys want true journalism, like, comment, subscribe. Also, subscribe to my new podcast called Horizon Classic Conversations, guys. But yeah, guys, Birmingham has currently been facing a really bad bin crisis, meaning that the rubbish, the dirt, the littering has gotten so out of hand. I'm gonna insert some videos of what Birmingham looks like right now.
I'm fucking angry this morning, yeah? So I thought I'd make a fucking video. Why I'm angry? Don't ask me why. I've just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole! Do you know what I mean? Birmingham is a fucking shithole! I hate the fucking place!
Walking through Allen Rock and just look at this. Rubbish everywhere. Birmingham City Council. Where are you guys? Where are you?
Mayday, mayday.
It's a right mess. Maybe it will clean itself up. Someday, one day. Come on.
The rat is coming, and every day the rat is dying here in front of our door. It's very, very bad situation. We got two babies, 6 months and 7 months. They all sick now.
It smells awful. This road wasn't like that before. It was all clean, neighbors clean, quiet. Now we don't even have space. When we come on the road, we don't even have space to basically make the turn to come and park our cars.
I feel very, very irritated. My biggest worries about this rubbish is exposing my kids to infections, and it's making the whole environment look so untidy.
We cannot smell the fresh air because the rubbish smells. It's very bad.
Now we've been seeing a lot of rodents coming around. Some animals, which can be wild animals, can be hidden inside of it.
I would love to be all cleaned out.
We pay for the council tax every month, but they will not. They didn't help us. Why should we pay if they don't help us?
Now I'm in B29. How can people's full front yard just be bins? No, this is worse than Whitechapel the other time that I went there. Yo! Nah, this is the whole road, by the way. Nah, this is insane. Bro, I even feel like I need a face mask. It stinks.
This is what you're up against in Birmingham. This is the bin crisis. The bin men have gone on strike. The council is sacking people. The streets, are just wrecked. There's rats as big as cats. I believe there's been reports, people getting sick and ill. It's everywhere. I've actually been told that that's been there for years. Absolutely disgusting. That pigeon just clotted up there, hasn't even moved.
Do you know what's so crazy about these videos? So last week, me and my siblings and my mum, we was doing like a big clear out of the house, and we had about 10 bin bags. So recently in my neighborhood, what we used to do is we used to have a chute. The chute broke. So we have this now. We leave all of our bins at the front of our houses, and the bin man comes to collect it. But now that has caused like just rubbish. Not to the extent that Birmingham is having rubbish, but you just see bin bags in the streets. And this is new to us because we've never seen dirt on our street ever. The most we saw was like dog poo that an owner forgot to pick up. And my mum, she just never liked this. So obviously when we was clearing out the house, we had about like 10, 15 bin bags. And I said, Mum, just leave it at the front. Just leave it at the front. They're going to come get it in the morning, the bin bag. She said, no. No. She literally made us walk. And not only that, our lift broke, but she made us walk all the way to the back of the building and put it in like the big bin bag place. And I really don't like that place at all because there's no lights. It's pretty dark and it's literally at the back of an alleyway. I doubt there's even any cameras. It's like the perfect place for someone to come and kidnap you. And she said, we are going all the way to the back. So here we were in the middle of the night in our slippers, pajamas, well, not pajamas, but like our cleaning clothes with all these heavy bags going all the way to the back. This is what you call a quality citizen. My mother, that's what you call a quality citizen. This is what you call a person who values her country, values the street that she's living in, wants to keep her country clean. But we don't have that anymore. We no longer have people who want to assimilate, who want to contribute, who want to take care of the country that they have come into. Honestly, I think my mom deserves a badge. She deserves a badge because the way she loves this country and she tries to keep it neat and tidy, like the example I just gave you, she deserves a badge of honor. The reason why I'm reporting on this is because I believe what's happening in Birmingham is a representation of what's happening in the UK. Birmingham is like a picture. It's like if you can if you can paint a picture of what the UK is going through right now, Birmingham would be it. Not London, not Liverpool, Birmingham would be it. Now, what do I mean by this? First of all, the carelessness of our politicians. The carelessness of our politicians. One of the Birmingham MPs, I believe his name is Tahir Ali. So he's a Labour MP. It's always Labour. Always Labour. So you would think with everything that's going on in Birmingham, he would be finding funding for bin men to come back and return and pick up the bins. He will be, giving fines to people who are littering. Do you want to know what he's spending his time doing? He's spending his time campaigning for blasphemy.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. November marks Islamophobia Awareness Month. Last year, the United Nations Human Rights Council adopted a resolution condemning the desecration of religious texts, including the Quran, despite opposition from the previous government. Acts of such mindless desecration only serve to fuel division and hatred within our society. Will the Prime Minister commit to introducing measures to prohibit the desecration of all religious texts and the prophets of the Abrahamic religions?
Can I agree with him that desecration is awful and I think should be condemned across the House? We are, as I said before, Mr. Speaker, committed to tackling all forms of hatred and division.
In the places where there are so many bins in Birmingham, the majority is Muslims. Again, I'm not saying this to comfort Islam. I'm saying this because it's the truth, okay? Instead of him to say, let's make Islam look good and let's start cleaning up, he is calling for blasphemy laws. He is calling for there to be arrest, imprisonment, or whatever it may be for hurty words and criticism of the religion of Islam. Do you want to know what he's also campaigning for? This country. He is campaigning for the UK, the taxpayers, to pay for an airport in Kashmir, Pakistan.
Deputy Speaker, on 28th of March, I shared on social media the work I and colleagues across the two houses have been doing to urge the government of Pakistan to build an international airport at Mirpur. This is an important issue for over 1 million British Kashmiris who overwhelmingly come from there and face delay and danger whilst travelling from Islamabad to Mirpur. The reactions to that post, including from some members of the House, have resulted in us being subject to Islamophobic, racist attacks and harassment.
That's what they're doing. And this is what I mean when I say what's going on in Birmingham is a representation of what's going on here in the whole of the UK, meaning our politicians, the people who are meant to be in charge, They are investing their time, their money, their efforts, campaigning for everything except the issues in the actual country.
And I'm proud to speak for the whole of the United Kingdom when I say we have already committed £3 billion for military aid this year. And we're going further, providing a £2.2 billion loan, which will be paid back, not by Ukraine, but from the interest on frozen Russian assets.
£3 billion a year for Ukraine, while the NHS is struggling and families are in dire need to make ends meet.
Are you kidding me?
Is this what you voted for? Keir Starmer has announced a historic 100-year partnership with Ukraine, committing $3 billion annually in British support. This agreement includes military aid, training for Ukrainian soldiers, and $40 million for Ukraine's economic recovery. All this comes as families across the UK grapple with rising high costs of living, overwhelmed public services, and a healthcare system in crisis.
The second way that this represents the problem that's going on in the UK is the lack of assimilation. I'm so sorry I said it, it's a lack of assimilation. British culture, the culture that my parents came here to, if you have rubbish, you put it in a bin. That is British culture. Okay, you put your rubbish in the bin. But other cultures, on the other hand, you just throw your rubbish like that. Someone's gonna come pick it up. Someone's gonna come collect it. I'm gonna set a video of an Islamic speaker or preacher
towards one another. One of my students who attends my hadith classes, he took responsibility and he cleared the entire avenue. But he said one of the people who was trashing, he came out with his salwar kameez, ironed, white salwar kameez, and beard combed so pristine that you cannot see a mark in the beard, and he's jumping over the rubbish that he had thrown. So he said, where are you going? He said, I'm going to pray my 5 daily prayers in the masjid. He said, you will not have that reward of jama'ah if you are causing this rubbish. How can you claim to do wudu and clean yourself and wear your pristine salwar kameez and then jump over the rubbish that you create yourself? So this is where the arguments come in. It's the council's job. The answer is, you people were fly tipping before the council strikes. You made the areas into tip zones before the council. You littered before the rubbish strikes.
Cleaning our areas is a priority before the strikes and after the strikes. Birmingham as a whole, we Muslims are responsible to keep this city clean. Unfortunately, we are one of the main reasons why this city has become unclean. We do not care. We become negligent. We let the rubbish just lie on the roads and we litter. Just look at Stratford Road. I was cleaning up some of Stratford Road today. People think I've gone mad because I'm picking up litter, but they don't know that the minimum of Iman is removal of harm from the streets. So there's much more to be said. We found gas canisters here on the road as well while we've been, and iftari food and yeah, so.
You heard that, right? You heard that. The guy was dressed so good to the nines. However, he stepped over the rubbish that he threw on the floor. That's not British culture. And you can come for me, you can say, oh, that's racist. No, that's not British culture. Okay? I even saw another video of, there was this young black boy, he threw rubbish on the floor. A white lady came up to him and said, don't you do that. This is England. And she had every right to say that. This is England. Pick up your ass clout rubbish. If I was there, I would have told him to pick it up. This guy said, you what? He started getting lippy with the women. What is going on? Why come to a country and refuse to keep it clean? You know what? These people should have been raised by my mum. These boys, my mum would have made them walk 20 minutes, 20 miles to throw their rubbish rather than leaving it on the floor, because that's how it should be. When you come to a country, respect it. You wouldn't do it in Dubai, you wouldn't do it in the UAE, so why are you doing it here in the UK? You can show that there's this lack of care for this country. People don't care about it. People just care about when their next benefits and universal credit is coming in so they can look nice and step over the rubbish that they created. And last but not least, Birmingham, I may be wrong, but I believe it's the most ethnically diverse city in the UK. How are people supposed to believe that diversity is a good thing if we as ethnic people, Black, Asians, Caribbeans, wherever it is, we are not taking care of this country. This is why people are campaigning for mass migration, because they've invited us here, right? And I'm gonna say this, right? I don't care who gets offended. They invited us here. They were hospitable enough to say, you guys come here, come live here. Okay, we will host you here. And we're just here taking the piss. We're taking the piss by throwing rubbish. We're taking the piss by grooming gangs. We're taking the piss by knife crime. And then we take the piss even more by calling people racist when they say, you lots are taking the piss. We're not making ourselves look good. So much to the point where when I get my own house, I wouldn't want to live with. I'm not saying. Let me not say that. Guys, moral of the story is us ethnic minorities, we need to do a better job at making ourselves look good. I'm gonna insert
on the
another
cameras.
video
So as you can see,
of,
we're cleaning away. We've bagged up most of, if you come this way, we've bagged up. Now look, turn the camera that way. Rubbish in the alleyways. We're gonna clean this up. And remember that we're cleaning this because it's our country. Those people who say it's not our country, they should go to another country. We're in England, we're in the UK, we live here. This is our country. We should clean this country, irrelevant to bin strikes. Who cares about the bin strikes, in the sense that whether we should clean up this country where we live, we should clean up, irrelevant to bin strikes. So then some people are asking, what shall we do once we gather the rubbish? Well, you should place it, at least have bin bags, place it in bin bags, double wrap it so the rats don't go for the bin bags, and then wrap it, book your places in the tips, and then go and throw it in tips, or wherever possible, book pickup vans, or there are means of throwing away the rubbish as well. So there's people fly tipping, people throwing all sorts of rubbish, as you can see there at the front. There's old bags over there, and this is not only in Sparkbrook or in this area, it's in other areas as well. It's our responsibility. We should be cleaning up, like I said, get the pickers, get the bags, get the gloves, start cleaning, take responsibility. Remember, if we Muslims cleaned up our acting by cleaning up the drugs from the streets and cleaning up rubbish, we will be the model citizens of this country. So this is the message for today, but we will carry on with this campaign for the sake of Allah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Care of your country, take care of where you're living, take care of your neighborhood. Be like my mother. She loves this country so much that she would make us walk wherever we walk to at 12 a.m. just to make sure her street is clean. Okay, but what is happening is that we are importing people and we are importing cultures that do not coincide with British culture, which is to get your rubbish from the floor, put it in the bin. It takes 2 seconds. But anyways, guys, if you guys want more videos like this, like and comment, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I already said that, but yeah.